Hello, Frog fans. Welcome back to Postgame Beers Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Malloy, joined by my co-host, Jacob Sailors. We've got Ray Cartwright as well, possibly joined to be later by Martin and Garrett. They're out sledding, so they should be back in a bit. We've got 3 episodes already breaking down our opponents, but we decided to take a little bit of a break from that and kind of bring you something special. So we've got a little time today with one of the returning stars of the 2026 Frog Ball team. We're thrilled to be joined by returning junior and 3-year starter outfielder Chase Brunson. Chase, thanks for hopping on today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
All right.
Well, MK's intro was good. Hold on real quick. MK's intro was good, but he's assuming you're starting this year. Can we confirm that?
Yes. I'll be starting.
Breaking news. So are your flowers protected from the ice? Did you have time to wrap them this weekend, Chase?
No. Our yard is probably in shambles right now.
I'm really curious to how you're dealing with this, because I lived in San Clemente for a couple of years, and it might get a little chilly at the beach when the sun goes down, but you ain't seen nothing like this out there. I know you haven't.
Nope. I like the snow though. So
okay.
Our family usually goes up to the snow every year. So we're used to being in this weather. I actually prefer it snowing than sunny and super hot all the time.
Sure.
So I like we got a house up in the mountains, so we'll go up there for the winter, hang out up there. I love the snow, so it's awesome.
Nice
to see it out here in Texas.
Kind of crazy weather. Do you guys what's your practice schedule over a weekend like this? Are you allowed to travel to campus to get some indoor work in? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so they closed down the campus today and tomorrow. I don't think they're allowing like anybody to even go to the facility because the roads are so bad. But like yesterday, we went out to Globe Life and we played a 12-inning scrimmage. So we actually got to go, check out, play there before we get going here in 3 weeks. So that was pretty fun to, see 5 or 6 arms and play a 12-inning scrimmage, get some experience for the guys that, haven't played there. And then obviously the weather was so bad we couldn't play at our home field. So it was nice to just get out there and play yesterday, even though the weather was so bad.
Cool thing about TCU is their relationship with the Rangers that, you can just hop on over. It's a 20-minute bus ride. It's a Globe Life to get some work in.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. The facilities there are sweet too. So it's like our second home field. We're always playing there every year. So to be able to go
well there too.
Yeah, we play well there. So just to be able to go practice there too and play regular scrimmages there is awesome, just to have that connection there.
So you guys start with Vanderbilt and Arkansas and Oklahoma. How much extra juice does that bring you guys to play teams like those? Or is it just, is it more so on the side of, it's just another weekend? I know it's opening weekend, but what's the when there's different opponents, does that give you guys extra energy?
Yeah, I think we're all excited for this first weekend just because of the teams in it. You got a powerhouse in Vandy, you got a powerhouse in Arkansas, you got another powerhouse in Oklahoma. It's like 3 SEC teams to start the year, 3 good competitors, and I think we're ready for it. We're ready to get going. Obviously, we got to focus on one game at a time. Can't look at Arkansas or OU. Got to really focus on that first game and then worry about the rest. But the boys are ready to go. We're excited to get going, and I think we're all just ready to face an opponent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. With those first 2 weeks of the season, y'all really got to hit the ground running. That's a bear of a start.
Yeah, we'll figure out a lot about the team quick. Just with the opponents we're playing, we got Vandy, who's top 20, and then Arkansas is top 10, and you go play UCLA at UCLA, and they're number 1 right now. So you got a lot of good competition early, which is going to be great for us to just get to see who we are early in the season and play these high teams early, and then get some momentum going and towards the middle of the season, and just keep growing towards the end of the season. So I think this first weekend will be great for us. No matter the outcome, though, it's just going to be a good learning point of the year.
Chase,
So
you've had a couple good years already. So 2024 Big 12 All Freshman team, 2025 second team All Big 12. Obviously, last year you led the team in home runs with 12. What are some personal goals that you have set for yourself this year, coming on your third year and likely your last one with TCU?
Yeah, personal goals. Definitely want to be an All-American this year. That would be sweet. I don't really like to look too deep in the personal goals. I want to, win something bigger for the team. I think that's the main thing right now, winning, a Big 12 championship and then making it to Omaha and trying to win a national championship, something we haven't done here. So those are the goals that I've been really focused on more or less than my own personal goals. But, I got to look at some, personal goals, All-American. I think everyone wants to be an All-American at some point in their career. So just to do that would be pretty awesome.
So we wanted to have you on because you're getting a lot of attention from, MLB scouts, but not so much really from the college baseball national media. It feels like Noah Franco and Sawyer Strohsnyder kind of take the spotlight away from you a little bit. So with that said, let me ask you about those two guys. What's it like playing with them? And last year with you being a sophomore and them being a freshman, did you kind of take on that grandpa role to bring them along?
Trash talking them as much as you want on this podcast. It's allowed.
No, those two are awesome. I mean, they're great people and even better players on the field. I mean, they got all the talent in the world. They deserve every hype and all that about them because they're just, two of the best players in the country on our team. So it's awesome to be around those guys, those two, just every day. But they're, they deserve it. They work hard. They're great teammates. And but yeah, it's kind of funny because like Stroh's actually older than me, so it's like I can't really be the grandpa when he's a month older than me. So, but Franco, he's a little bit younger. But yeah, those two guys are awesome to have on the team. I'm glad they're on our side and not the other opponents.
Yeah.
Well, we all know Cole Kramer's the actual grandpa on the team.
Yeah, he is.
With does that add a little bit of a chip to your shoulder that, you're not getting the love from these national publications to go out and kind of prove them wrong?
Yeah, I think that's just something, I've always been a little under the radar as a player and even in high school and then even now. So it's just something that's I've been dealing with for a while, but like it just only motivates me more to go out there and play the game hard and work harder. It's just nothing against anyone, but it's just I've always had a little chip on my shoulder just because of the publicity. I guess I don't get noticed as much as maybe I should, but I can't control that. I got to control what I can control, and it definitely motivates me a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it's you can't really look at all that stuff. You got to just go out there and play the game and play hard and do it for the team, not really worry about your own individual stuff.
Yeah, can we talk about that a little bit, about what happened in high school? Because the first time I heard Chase Brunson was sometime between we went to Omaha and fall ball before the 2024 season. And everybody was saying like, oh man, this guy's really good. So I look you up, perfect game. There's like not even an account for you. Yeah, you're drafted, by the Blue Jays. And, I see you in fall ball and I'm like, dude, that's our starting center fielder. This guy looks like Mike Trout. He can do everything. So, like, were you just not active in the PG circuit?
No, I never did any of that. I never did PG or what's the other one, like PBR or something. I don't know. I never really did any of those showcases. I played on a travel ball team that only played like 2 tournaments a year. So it was really a team that just worked out like every 5 days a week at this facility, trained out there, worked out, hit, all that stuff. So we didn't play a lot of big tournaments, none of like PG stuff. But yeah, I mean, I only had in high school, I only had 3 offers. I didn't have any big Power 4. I had UCI, UC Davis, and LMU. So I was still under the radar even after my senior season. So I had a good senior season, and I was actually getting more looks for the draft than I was from big Power 4 schools. And then the coaches at LMU, I was committed there, and they ended up leaving. So I was able to decommit, and I waited about a month. I didn't know where I was going to go play college baseball for about a month in summer. And then the draft came along, and I got picked up late by the Jays. And luckily, after that, Coach Sarlos called me up and was like, "We want you to be a Frog." And I was like, "This is the right route for me to come play at a place like TCU, especially after the season they were coming off of." It was like just watch them on TV in Omaha. I'm like, this is I'm gonna go play for this team, right? Like, they're the fourth best, or just in Omaha, fourth best team in the country. I was just committed to this small little D1 or mid-major D1 school, and now I'm getting to play for this, prestigious university. All the Big 12 championships they've had in the past, all that stuff. I've got to see, and it was pretty surreal just to have that opportunity to come here. And when Los told me that, I was like, I committed pretty much right away on the spot. And the offer for the draft wasn't. I mean, I got picked in the 18th round, so it was really late, and not a lot of like the Jays. I had to wait like 3 weeks to really figure out if I was going to sign or not, because their second rounder wanted some more money, so I had really no communication with them, and I knew I needed some more development out of like a university. And yeah, so I got on campus and kind of ran with it.
What was that timeline? Because I remember it being, basically right when the semester started, like real late. Is that right?
Yeah, so officially committed July like 20th, I want to say, like a month before school. So I literally committed not knowing anything like about the school, right? I knew about the baseball program, but like the school wise, didn't know anything about it. Never seen the campus, never been to Texas.
Wow.
So it was I just kind of I heard good things about it. Heard it was just really nice campus and good school. And so I actually committed and then went on my visit 2 weeks later, which was crazy. So, and then like a month later, I was on campus, like just like that. So it happened like really quick. I was like probably one of the last guys like to commit in the entire country, realistically, just because of I committed about a month before school was starting, and then next thing you know, I was on campus and we were rolling, because all the freshmen and transfers for us usually go in the summer, so they get to go for a month and a half and work out with Dakin and get to know each other, hang around each other. So all those guys, all those freshmen and transfers already knew each other before coming on campus. So I was like the only one that didn't really know anybody when I first got to campus. So it was a little different at first, just getting my feet in the water and meeting all the guys. But it was awesome. The first fall was surreal, and the next thing you know, we're the number 5 team in the country, and I'm starting out there, and that was just a dream right there. To do that.
It had to be kind of surreal for the other people in your class. Like, here you are, unknown. You just show up to campus and start ranking, and they're like, "Who the heck is this dude? I've never even heard the name Chase Brunson before."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm sure no one really knew who I was. I mean, the coaches didn't even watch me play, which was great. Like, they never got to watch me play in person. They literally just took the word from my travel ball coach and was like, "You need to get on this kid. He just got drafted." Like, there was no video on me. Like, I had very, very little video out there, and they never got to come down and watch because it was so late. So they literally took his word, and the first time they got to watch me play was one of the first practices. So it was kind of crazy they took a chance on me, with really not knowing anything about me as a player.
With that, did you feel like you had something to prove that fall? Because I mean, like I said, you were like a fall American, a fall of famer.
Yeah, no, I mean, Lo said when he called me, he was like, the outfield's wide open, like center field, or Elijah Nunez just got drafted. That spot's open, and I wanted to play center field in college. So I got on campus, I worked hard, and I took the opportunity that was given just with a spot that was open, and I had a good fall, which led me to start, and then just took off from there.
So I could say the outfield is effectively not open anymore. Going back to your teammates for a second, Noah and Stroh, and then you got Jack Arthur out there who'll be rotating. But I mean, this is one of the more stacked outfields we've had in a while. We've had a litany of great outfielders come through TCU. It's got to be exciting to play with that group.
Yeah, I mean, we got one of the best outfield groups in the country, in my opinion. I think every player, even the guys that are not starting, could be playing at a Power 4 school easily. Starting at a Power 4 school, which is crazy to say. So there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of talent. We got a lot of depth out there, which is great to have. Someone goes down, you can rely on the next guy to step up.
So let's go back to last season a little bit. What was your take on how the season went, and what happened at the end?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a little disappointing the way we ended. That's not how we envisioned it for sure, but we got cold at the wrong time, and I think that happens in the game.
Yeah.
Baseball's a hard game, and it could be streaky at times, and the time that mattered the most for us, that regional, and we got cold at the wrong time pretty much, and that just happens in baseball. I mean, you have our streaks. We had our hot streaks in the middle of the season, and then we just got the Big 12 championships. Kind of, I want to say, killed us a little bit. Just losing that game hurt a lot of us. I mean, that not necessarily brought us down, but it was a bad feeling leaving that place when we had that game. Especially if we won, maybe having a chance to host a regional. So it was a bitter taste after losing that, and then having to go to Corvallis because we all wanted to host and play in front of our home fans. I think that was a big thing. We all wanted to do that and host a regional. And then we went to Corvallis and just we didn't get the results we wanted, and it's just unfortunate what happened.
Yeah. MK.
Yeah, sorry about that. So,
you said you had 15 questions, so
I do have a lot. So building on that from last year to this year, is there a particular motto or message that Coach Sarlos is sharing with you guys for the season? Obviously, it's not a secret that Omaha is always a goal, right? You're looking for a national championship. I think those are kind of the expectation of hey, this is what we want to do. But is there something specific that you guys are focused on for the 2026?
Yeah, he mentioned a lot this fall, just to stay, look at things as in a microscope, not a telescope. You got the bigger picture, the telescope maybe being the, Omaha regional or regional Omaha, even for some guys draft. So just really, taking each day and looking at it in a microscope kind of form and staying in the present, not looking into the future as much, just staying where our feet are and taking each game day by day, and not worrying about the next day, and really, building on the day, or building on each day and growing and learning from each day is just something he's kind of brought up a lot. And I think we've done a good job this fall of doing that.
So you're not supposed to look ahead, but if you were to, are there any opponents or places that you're looking forward to playing this year? Obviously, we talked about Globe Life a little bit, but there's some fun away series. Don't forget you're going to Waco and Manhattan. So those are
Morgantown too.
Yeah. I think all of those places are going to be sweet because I never got to play at Morgantown or Manhattan. So that'll be a first experience. I know we're going to Oklahoma State. That was a sweet place to play at. We got to get our redemption there from freshman year. We lost that series. So that'll be a fun place to play. I think we're all excited to go out to Cali and play UCLA, especially for me, just being about an hour away from there, having a hometown crowd come out.
That's awesome.
That'll be a fun series. I know a lot of our Cali guys will have a bunch of people there, so we'll pack that place out with purple. Nice. So that'll be a fun series. But yeah, I think Arizona State will be a good one. They got a loaded team again, and But I think Morgantown is one of my favorites. The last weekend, that would be I heard that place gets pretty rowdy, so I'm excited for that.
Is there anything in your game that you're particularly looking to improve upon?
Yeah, I think I definitely want to be running a lot more stealing. I could definitely utilize that a lot in this coming up in this season. Just using my athleticism on the bases, and then that's just something I've been working on a lot this fall. Just getting my legs running. Stealing a lot more, getting in scoring position for the guy behind me to score me.
I imagine each year in the program, you're learning new ways to have better preparation, better off-season training. What has changed from when you showed up in August, that freshman year, and each year moving forward? Like, what's changed each year for you?
Yeah, I mean, my body has changed a lot. I've gotten a lot bigger, stronger, and that's one thing that's really grew a lot in my game. It's just when I got on campus, I was maybe 185 pounds, and now I'm 205 pounds. So it's like I put on a lot of weight, good weight, and I've gotten stronger. That comes from our weight training with Coach Dakin. Does a great job of building our players and so developing us. And I think that's the big thing I've really worked on the past couple of years is just getting stronger, getting my body in a position to stay healthy. Because I have dealt with some injuries in the past, so just making sure I'm maintaining my health and not getting hurt all the time. So those are some things I've definitely built on even this fall. Just getting staying in the weight room, and recovery is a big thing. Working on the recovery side of things, so I could stay healthy for a full season.
So you've kind of found yourself in the middle, like firmly in the middle of this massive change within college athletics, right? So you come in and there's NIL and now it's direct pay for play. You're with the program now for 3 years, which is becoming, more rare than it used to be. So what else has kept you, obviously besides money, what else has kept you in Fort Worth for that long? And I imagine there's been other programs that have reached out and said, hey, come on over, Chase.
Yeah, I think just the community is this place is awesome. It's a place, you got great people everywhere, whether that's school side of things, our coaches, people in the community, support. It doesn't really get better, anywhere better than Fort Worth, really. You got everything here. Great support all around, great area, great school, academics, everything, especially with the baseball side of things, just being around the coaches we have, getting developed by them. We got some of the best coaches in the country. There's no reason why I should leave. This is home. They took a chance on me, especially where I was in high school. I didn't, have any big offers. And then next thing you know, Los calls me and gives me the opportunity to come here. So I think it's just, staying loyal to the people were loyal to me. And that's just something I've stayed loyal to. And, there's no reason for really anyone to leave this place. It's got everything you need to grow as a player.
What are some things you've learned from Coach Mo since he came back?
Yeah, I mean, he's just really smart all around. He's been around the game a lot, so he's got a lot of, good hitting advice for us that I've been able to learn from. He's been a little banged up recently. He had knee surgery over Christmas break, so he's been dealing with that. So he's trying to get out there and he's fighting through that every single day while trying to coach us, which is he's just a warrior himself and dealing with that on the side, and then still trying to come out every day and coach us. It just shows the character he has for this team and the program.
He'd be coaching third in a rascal.
Yeah, I mean I think will probably stay in the dugout this year just because of his surgery. Okay. So he'll give all the signs from the dugout, and I think JD Delora will be at third unless that changes. But I think for now that's what's going to look like.
Interesting.
Can relate to the difficulties of knee surgery as someone that had
Ray
surgery.
tore his knee at Lupton. He jumped up and down
last year
and popped his knee.
What'd you tear?
ACL and meniscus.
Ray, you got to say I was at the baseball field. That's where I saw you. You don't have to provide specifics. Just let people assume you were playing.
He took a hard turnaround first.
Yeah.
Was that a year recovery?
We're 5 months out from surgery, and still working to get the quad strength back. Quad and hammies. You don't realize how important those two muscles are until
you should be a full go by regionals, right?
Yeah. At least by Big 12 tournament, right? We'll be back. Back to Coach Mo, and you talked about one of your goals is to steal bases more. Can you talk about the art of stealing a base and how it's not just, hey, go swipe a base? There's a lot of mental capacity that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, we got, Coach Mo really preaches like a certain technique we use here at TCU. There's different techniques all around the country, but we have a style that's maybe a little different than most programs. Kind of we go into our steals almost like you walk into it almost. So like there's just a lot to that. We have a style that that he preaches, and it definitely helps us as players, be a better base stealer. But just stealing is a big part of the game, just allowing, guys to get in scoring position easier. So you get more runs, but just, I think we have a lot of fast guys on our team too. So if we can get stealing more bags this year, I think we're going to get more guys in scoring position and score a lot more runs.
Yeah, can you expand for the fans that don't think it's, that think it's just as simple? And sometimes, fans can get frustrated if people are being picked off or, being thrown out. Can you just talk, calm their nerves a little bit?
Yeah,
just how hard it is to learn.
It is.
Coach
it's a lot
Mo.
harder. It's a lot harder than it looks. Tell you what, you got really good, high level pitchers. You have good pickoffs. You don't want to get picked off all the time. You got guys behind the dish. You got cannons back there. It's just like, it's a technical thing to steal a bag. You gotta have the right technique to really perfect it. So it's not as easy as it looks. You can't just, run and hope you're gonna be safe. Like, it's not as easy as it looks. It's harder. It's a lot harder than it looks, tell you what. So
yeah, you got catchers nowadays. I mean, they come in, they're basically MLB ready with like sub 2-second pop time. So it's going to be incredibly hard.
Yeah. I mean, our catchers got hoses on them. They're gunning guys down left and right. We got Nolan Traeger, who's got a cannon, and Dallimore and Blanche. They all got good arms. So trying to run on those guys is hard enough.
Who's winning right now in practice? Is it the guys on the base, or is it those three?
You say that again?
Who's winning right now? Traeger and Dallimore? Are they throwing you guys out, or are you taking bags on them?
It's pretty even, I would say. There's some good. I mean, it's if we could steal on them, let's say we could steal on anyone in the country, because those three guys are, some of the best catchers. Like, so if you could run on them, you could run on any arm.
Dude, yeah, Traeger's insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it takes some time to learn Mo's technique on the bases, right? Because
it does, yeah.
Like Luke Boyers, his freshman year was like one of the worst base runners I've ever seen. He looked like a football player playing baseball, but then by his senior year, he's looking like Ichiro Suzuki, never getting
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but once you perfect it and get good at it and get comfortable at it, it's so much easier to steal, and you just get way better jumps, and it allows you just, instead of just being staggered and get to like a certain spot and take off and run, you actually get to roll into it, get some momentum in a way, like you're almost timing them up like the pitcher. You get a little extra step or two to that could be a difference in whether you're safe or out.
Is there a learning curve switching third base coaches from Coach Mo to Delora?
No, I mean, Delora does a great job too, so it doesn't really matter who's out there. We're gonna be fine either way. I think maybe for Delora it might be a learning curve, since Mo was the guy last year doing it, so he hasn't been out there. I mean, freshman year he was out there at third, so he's had experience, and so he's been there, and we trust him. So there shouldn't be any learning curves. Maybe just for him to get back into things again, but whether whoever's out there, we're gonna have confidence in.
So last question from me, and then MK said he had some rapid fire questions, but just going back to your freshman year, did you have a welcome to college baseball moment?
Ooh, yeah. I think so. My first weekend of the first weekend of the series against FGCU, I had a really good weekend, and then that Tuesday game, I probably had one of the worst games of my season. So I came off of like having, I think I got like the honor of the week for freshman.
Yeah, you had like 3 home runs against FGCU, right?
Something I had a really good weekend. I'm like, okay, like I'm rolling. And then Tuesday hits and we're playing, I want to say it was Texas State. And I think I was like 0 for 4, 2 or 3 punchies. I'm like, dang, this game is a lot harder than it is. And that really humbled me quick.
That's good.
That's a good story. It's a tough team, but yeah, it's tough. So, okay, before I get to rapid fire to kind of end our time together, it was reported last week that the Royals, the Kansas City Royals, they're reconfiguring their stadium to bring in the left and right field fences, right, by like 8 to 10 feet or so. So center field's remaining at 410, but they're bringing in the power alleys. As an outfielder, do you prefer playing in a hitter's park, or do you like places like Lupton, which are more pitcher friendly? You got room in the outfield to kind of run around.
Yeah, I think I like playing at pitcher friendly park like Lupton. The ball's not going to be flying as much. It might be blown in, but it gets knocked down. So I think, Lupton I would rather play at Lupton than a park that's just flying out. Because then if the ball's in the air, if it's at a park that's flying, it's usually, gone. So don't have really a chance to get to a lot of the balls.
It's a good thing you picked Lupton than some of those Cracker Jack boxes in the SEC.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
You must really love playing Globe Life. That's some interesting outfield.
It's a big outfield. I mean, playing there yesterday, I forgot how much grass. I mean, it's turf out there, but how much room there is to run around.
There is
guys were hitting balls all over.
Yeah.
You just have a lot more room to go get it.
What's it like in Arizona? Because I think that's kind of very exaggerated, huge outfield dimensions, and then with the elevation also.
Yeah, Arizona was a weird ballpark. The left was like 350 or 360. It was like super deep to left. The corners were a little deep. Right was kind of in a little bit. But the ball, so Coach Lon, our pitching coach, he was there at Arizona for a while. And he said, like, it usually, like, flies out of there. Like, it blows straight out. Ball flies. That weekend, the wind was blowing straight in. So it was like it was like Lupton almost. It was even worse than Lupton that weekend. So, like, even as like an outfielder, I was playing so far in. And, like, I was not used to playing that far in. So any ball really in the air was just going to get knocked down. Oof. And there was a couple guys who got a hold of balls and hit like homers, but every ball in the air was usually like that you thought would be over your head was just like a routine fly out.
Yeah.
All right, Chase, I got some short questions, looking for quick answers. Okay. First thing that you're thinking of. So, okay. Best meal at the training table.
Ooh, burger night.
Okay. Best restaurant within walking distance of campus.
Restaurant. Does Eatsy's count?
It's always packed with TCU chicks, so yes.
Everywhere is in walking distance if you have enough time.
Yes. I like Dutch's though.
There you go.
Bros,
right,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Best round of golf you've ever played.
74.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Texas Rangers.
All right, we can end the episode now.
Yeah.
Dude, what aren't you good at? Golly.
Favorite place besides your room to take a nap on campus?
Maybe my locker. Just post up in there after a long practice. It's pretty comfortable. We got some good. You can throw like almost shade yourself with the the clothes in your locker, and it's comfy.
Hopefully, the clean clothes in your locker.
Yes, clean clothes, hanging up. Yes.
All right. If you never had to do blank in practice ever again, you would never miss it.
Warm up.
Okay. What's the funniest thing you've heard on the field or maybe the locker room?
Funniest thing I've heard on the field or the locker room. Oh gosh, there's so many things. I mean, anything that Tommy Lepore says is funny. So there's a lot. I can't tell you one thing.
Name a teammate who's an absolute badass. Somebody maybe we wouldn't think of.
Badass. I mean, Lepore, obviously, he's big. And who else? Let's think. I don't know. I think I just got to stick with Lepore, honestly. That's the first one in my mind.
I'm probably not trying to fight Rob Liddington personally.
Yeah, our Liddy. That's a good one. Our Liddy.
Who's the worst roommate on a road trip?
Worst roommate on a road trip? Oh, that's
Somebody's
a good question. I mean, we have the same roommates every road trip, and so last year.
You only got one answer then, right?
Mine was Isaac Cadena. He's not even here anymore. So I guess Cadena was the worst.
All right, last one. Over under, Chase Brunson will hit 15 home runs in 2026.
Ooh, we're going over.
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase, for joining us today. That was a lot of fun. We're to say we're excited is a massive understatement. So we will next time we'll see you be at Globe Life, hopefully on second and third as you swipe those bases. But
yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And we end the pod saying, go Frogs.
Go Frogs.
All right.